When the sun goes down, you're going to flip a switch. Light will flood the room. You won't even think about it. But for 99.9% of human history, that switch didn't exist. When the sun set, the world simply went dark. And something old inside you still remembers what that meant. You still feel it, don't you? That small tightening in your chest when you walk into an unlit room. The urge to check the shadows near your bed, even as an adult who knows better. You tell yourself it's irrational. It isn't. It's ancient. Here's the strange part. Fear of the dark isn't fear of darkness itself. Darkness cannot hurt you. What your brain is actually afraid of is what darkness used to hide. And for most of human history, what it hid was real. Go back 2 million years. Your ancestors were not the apex predators of their world. No claws, no fangs, just soft skin and legs that couldn't outrun much of anything. The primatologists Donna, Hart, and Robert Sussman spent years studying the fossil record of early hominins, and what they found was unsettling. Bones marked again and again by the teeth of leopards, hyenas, and giant birds. Being hunted wasn't rare, it was routine, and most of it happened at night while your ancestors slept exposed, with no walls and no locks. So who survived? Not the ones who wandered off calmly into the dark, the ones who felt uneasy, who stayed close to the fire, who startled at a snapped branch. Evolutionary psychiatrist Randolph Nesse has spent decades explaining exactly this. Fear isn't a malfunction, it's a calibration tool built by natural selection, tuned to whatever kept your ancestors alive long enough to have children. And darkness was one of the most dangerous conditions a human body could be in. That's why children as young as 2, long before anyone tells them a scary story, already cry when the lights go out. Back in the early 1900s, psychologist G. Stanley Hall surveyed childhood fears across America, and darkness came out near the very top, with no bad memory required. No monster movie, just darkness itself. Because this fear was never learned. It was inherited, the same way you inherited your eyes or your instinct to flinch at a loud noise. Here's the twist though. You don't live in that world anymore. Locked doors, streetlights, a phone with a flashlight in your pocket. You are safer in the dark tonight than any human who has ever lived before you, and yet the fear hasn't updated. It's still running ancient software on brand new hardware. Notice what you actually do the next time the power goes out. You don't call anyone. You reach for your phone just for the light. The modern equivalent of a campfire, pulled close the instant the world goes black. Even in a perfectly safe room in one of the safest eras a human has ever lived in. So tonight, when you flip that switch without a second thought, remember what that simple act represents. For nearly your species' entire history, that kind of safety didn't exist. You have it now. Your body just hasn't caught up yet, and maybe it never fully will, not because you're broken, but because somewhere in the dark, long before recorded history began, that fear is the exact reason you're here at all.